What is up, everybody? Lord R. Wolfen here, and my brother Willitsama.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
Welcome back to a long-delayed episode of People of the Empire. But yeah, it's been a long time since we've done this. Yeah, we're not moving the needle when it comes to sort of thing. Yeah. Plus, I'm just like trying to figure out what to do for segments. But yeah, anyways, we're back and we're doing some stuff that I've been waiting to do for a while now. But anyways, yeah, let's get started on our first segment. And what our main segment for today is we're just gonna talk about title belts right now. So because I want to do this because like the WWE just released a title belt that is certainly well received, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, basically, ever since WWE released the title belt, I was thinking of that, like talking about designs of certain title belts and just talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and yeah. But before we get to it, I need to make one thing clear here. We're talking about the stuff made by WWE, yeah, not the ones that are from the companies that are bought out by WWE. Like, we're not gonna talk about WCW or ECW, though there's an exception to that rule. Well, I'll get to that in a sec. And also, we're not gonna talk about the signature titles that WWE had made on their shop website. So, oh yeah, by the way, forgive me for the fan that's in the background. It's kind of hot in here. Anyways, yeah. But like I said, like the before segment, for what I said before, or there are signature wrestler items that are exceptions to that rule because but which I'll get to shortly. But anyways, let's start out the segment by talking about the first title here, which is a title that used to be called the WCW title, but is now known as the WWE World Heavyweight Title. Well, and let's talk about how great this belt looks. Like, people just call it the big gold belt. This is what a classic belt should look like. What do you think of this?
Oh, so you think it's great?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know. I feel we'll get to it in the coming pictures, but I actually think this is a bit of a I don't know. I wish it had more pizzazz. Like it's just a gold belt, and perhaps maybe it's meant to be super serious. But I wanted to do a little more. I want it to stand out a little more. Do
okay.
you agree?
Yeah, it doesn't stand out much, but it has that classic looking feel that makes it great. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
will give this belt a thumbs up, by the way, but I kind of like it. I do kind of like it. It screams like championship to me. What about you?
I think it screams champion. Yeah, for sure. I'll give it a thumbs up. It's not a bad looking belt. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Anyways, the next belt we're gonna talk about basically I sent Robert a picture of the old about an old pic of it, but since it has like the old logo on it, but we grew up on this next belt. Well, it's the WWE title, aka the big eagle belt, because this was the belt back in during the Attitude Era. Like, dude, this was one of those. It was like what it's just an iconic looking belt. Like this, of course, we didn't grow up much with other belts, but even the undisputed title that became the WWE title, all it's cool and all. But this one is what we grew up with, and it's certainly a good looking belt. Like just looking at the big eagle just screams champ. It's really great. Any thoughts on this?
Um, when did this belt come out?
Uh, around like the early to mid '90s, but
Okay.
the logo you see on the top was meant for that time, but they kind of replaced it with the Attitude Era logo.
I
Well,
see.
yeah, and
Um,
okay,
I was gonna say, I think I like it. That it gives a very classic vibe. I actually like the aesthetic a lot. Um, it's simple, as you mentioned. You got the eagle going over, um,
the globe.
going over the globe, and it's got this classic like text. Like I don't know, when I see this, I think of a real wrestler.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, that was a good one. Thumbs up for me. You?
yeah, same. Thumbs up.
Yeah. Anyways, the next belt we're gonna talk about. This is one of the more recent belts. Well, second recent, but I'll talk about it in a sec. About the most recent one in a sec. But anyways, the next belt we're talking about is the NXT United Kingdom belt, and this is actually another great design. It fits the United Kingdom well, and yeah, back when NXT UK was around, and this was something that you could be proud of for like the yeah. I want to know. I'm trying to figure out what this. Uh, okay, I want to make a good representation of UK with my quote, but I'm not sure what to say. What would you say actually?
A quote for the UK.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this is the United Kingdom belt.
Ah, I see. No, if you're asking me my feelings right now about it,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think it's good. Definitely has a bit of UK flavor. Um,
Yeah. With the unicorn and the lion.
is that what that's there? I have the picture in front of me right now. That is a unicorn and a lion.
Yeah.
I think it's just the colors, like the white and black scheme, or not the white and black, the white and red scheme going on.
Yeah.
Um, it's an okay belt. I think it's a good belt, not a bad belt. I do think the first belt that we spoke about, World Heavyweight Champion belt, that big gold belt, I think that one is a little bit better. Um,
Mm,
but yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not a bad belt.
yeah. Thumbs up for me. So yeah, it's a really good belt. Up next, and this one I was gonna talk about because this is something you do not want to do, but I'm gonna go through the history about it in a sec. This next one is called the 24/7 title. The reason for its creation was so that, sorry, the reason why for its creation is the fact that it's trying to make use of the internet, like the belt can be held like anytime, anywhere, and can be used on like today's YouTube channel or something like that. But this design was not that great. All I, all I could think about from on the centerpiece is that it looked like something you see on the front of a diner or something. But what do you think?
Yeah, I don't like this belt. It's very plain, nothing going on. It honestly looks like a watch more than anything, and a plain watch at that. It's
Yeah,
just there's no thought to it. Like I'm looking at it right now, and it's just like I don't know. It's a bit lifeless. Like
yeah,
they could have conveyed the 24/7 idea a lot more differently than just putting 24 over 7.
yeah, and
So this thumbs down for me.
yeah, thumbs up to me too. But here's the ironic part: the 24/7 rule was actually used before by WWE for the hardcore title, and Crash Holly was the one who made that work. All right, but that's a fun fact I thought I'd talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, the next title, and you gotta blame the brand split for this one. The next title is the Divas title, the Divas belt. This one, this was another bad looking belt. Not as bad as 24/7 title, but the Divas belt is not a good one. It Many people say it looks like a vagina. Others say it looks like a tramp stamp. And I say it just looks like a toy. What do you think?
Yeah, it does look like a toy. It doesn't seem serious. I think in terms of, let's say, like equality, like it's just kind of like making like the Divas thing a bit of a like a spectacle. Like we have all these serious belts, and Divas, they got this freaking Barbie doll looking belt. Like yeah, it's I think it's it could have been done better if they wanted to do Divas or whatever. Maybe I don't know, put something else, like make something a little bit more classic, like the WWE champion belt that we were talking about a few belts ago with the blue, with the classic look. Maybe make
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, this Divas thing ain't it.
Yeah, thumbs down. Anyways, the next belt, and remember what I said about like champion specific belts, like when I said I'm not talking about the Signature Series, but this one, the next two belts are basically what's what I'm looking for? Well, meant to be used on television. The next belt we're going to talk about is the U.S. Spinner Belt used by John Cena. Yeah. To be honest, I kind of like this one. Yeah, it's kind of a gimmicky thing that only looked good on John Cena, but it still looks kind of cool to me, to be honest. Yes, even with the dude's name like written on it, and which by the way has the word trademark next to John Cena's name, and the words word life on it. With the exception of those things, I kind of like it. What do you think?
Um, I'm not a fan. I don't. I think the word life thing is kind of corny. Along with like the U.S. in the background. They with John Cena. I mean, granted, like it worked, although I feel like it was more so like a John Cena thing than it was whoever the creative people were behind his character. But yeah, like I don't know. That whole the first arc of John Cena where he was supposed to be kind of like this rapper or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan of it. And then they made a champion belt, U.S. champion belt. Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's a U.S. champion belt, so that's why they put the U.S. flag on the back.
yeah,
They could have conveyed that a lot more differently. I don't know. I'm a stickler for just having a nice gold-plated classic like looking belt that just kind of like yells prestige.
all right.
Um so like yeah, no, it's cool that they tried these fun designs. And I wish maybe they should try these more fun designs. Uh yeah, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, it's gonna be a. I'm gonna. It's hard for me to say, but I'm gonna say yes because I kind of like it. But yeah, what you said is agreeable. So yeah. Anyways, for the next belt, well, this is another like wrestler specific belt, but I think it works a lot better. This was Stone Cold Steve Austin's Smoking Skull WWE title, and this is like Attitude Era, kind of awesome that I kind of like because it really is like something Stone Cold Steve Austin would wear, and yeah, it still looks good no matter what you look at it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good belt. It matches like the time that it came out, that whole Attitude Era, WWE having some I guess more or less like edgy characters, but there are some of the best characters that they've ever produced. Or, um, granted, I haven't seen recent wrestling, but
Yeah,
Attitude Era, you had so many big characters, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin, arguably one of the biggest ones there. if not the biggest. So like him getting his own belt that kind of matches like who he is, and I like it. It's a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up for me. And before we get to the last one, I was gonna say something a little bit more of a fun fact because I like saying these sort of things. But after Stone Cold Steve Austin lost the WWE title to The Rock, originally the Rock was supposed to have his own version of the WWE title called the Brahma Bull Belt. But the funny thing is, it never made it to a WWE taping because it got lost in the mail.
Oh no.
Yeah, so whoever holds the original belt, please send us a pic of you wearing it, because that'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. I think they'd want their belt back.
Yeah, but anyways, I only did this chose this as a first topic because of the what WWE did like quite recently after WrestleMania is brought back an old classic title, and we're bookending this segment with the new World Heavyweight title. This was a real, and I gotta say, I think this might be a good upgrade, a more great modern version of the belt, and it's just a really good thing to look. Unlike, what do you think?
No, I think it's a great design. I can't complain. I like the platinum or silver accents to the belt. Um, yeah, I like exactly where they're going, what they're going with that design.
Yeah, and unlike like the other belts, like Universal or the WWE title belts, which is just the WWE logo and champion, and what and nothing else. This is definitely something that is definitely needed, and we're not talking about some more recent belts because we be talking about it for a while now, but yeah, yeah, it's a really good like use of what's considered to be classic and make it modern. I give it a thumbs up.
Ah, I give it a thumbs up myself.
And yeah, all right, that's the first segment done. We are 17 and a half minutes in. Let's talk about the second segment, the news segment, and yeah, one of the news I was gonna talk about pertains to our third segment, but before we get to that, there are like three pieces of news I want to say. Like, I want to say congratulations to Charles III for his coronation that happened earlier this month. It was and it was actually he did. It'll be interesting how he does things aside from his mother, Queen Elizabeth II.
You said King Charles?
Yeah, King Charles III. Yeah, he had his coronation earlier this month. You know.
No, I didn't know.
Okay. Yeah, just a little bit of a thank you, congratulations to him. But anyways, the other piece of news. One of them is kind of sad. The other one's kind of nice. But anyways, the first I'm gonna. Hey guys, quick insert here. Yeah, it turns out Dolph Lundgren does not have stage 4 cancer. It was an 8-year battle against cancer. I am sorry for the misinformation and please forgive me. This is why I should literally just take some notes. So again, sorry for news coming up ahead. Rocky 4, he had actually been given the news that he has stage 4 cancer. That's something I never expect to happen, you know? What do you think?
What happened again?
Dolph Lundgren, he yeah, he's an actor. He's been a while for the 70s, and he was part of the Universal Soldier series, and he played the 80s most iconic like movie
Oh,
villain.
I'm looking at him now. Yeah, he fought Rocky.
Yeah, Yeah, he unfortunately, he has stage 4 cancer.
Oh no, R.I.P. Well, he's
Yeah,
not dead, but oh
yeah,
man.
yeah. It is like tough thinking about the fact that you were given like this terminal illness, you know. And also, what do you think?
I mean, sad. We need to cure the cancer, man.
Yeah. Well, one thing I could say is that at least he played a big part in like one of my all-time favorite films, Creed 2. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah. What our biggest and sincerest is hopes for, well, not really hopes, but you know, our condolences to Dolph Lundgren and all the things he had done. Hopefully he can survive this cancer. Well, I'm not sure he can survive it, but hopefully he does good. Anyways, next piece of news. Yeah, this is actually I'm not sure anyone could have done it better, but just today I today the on our Instagram account, Mayim Bialik, who is hosting Jeopardy, just stepped down as the host for the show. If Rob To people who like Robert, I'm pretty sure is just looking her up. She played a character in Blossom and a character in The Big Bang Theory, and she was criticized for being the host of the show, but I'm not sure how you're gonna follow Alex Trebek, who passed away like a few years ago. But yeah, it's kind of. I thought people could have given her a chance. You know, what are your thoughts?
She got ousted.
No, she's stepping down.
Oh dang! And who's this person again?
Byam Bialik.
Okay. How long was she the Jeopardy host?
Uh, like weeks after Alex Trebek had passed away, I think.
How long ago did he pass away?
2020.
Oh, okay, dang. Well, maybe, some people, sometimes it takes, she got all the chances in the world, I would say, of almost 3 years, right? So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
hey, at least, they stuck with her for that long and they tried it out.
yeah. Actually, to be honest, how are you gonna follow someone like Alex Trebek? It's like trying to follow Bob Barker after he left The Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right or whatever show he was in. Sorry to anyone who watches his shows. But yeah, anyways, it's like I said, no one. No, well, let's see. After this, let's see what the new host is gonna do, because people didn't take to liking Bialik in the role as the host for Jeopardy. But let's see what happens. What do you think?
Oh, no, I'm willing to see what happens.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that piece of news was kind of interesting, but not as interesting as this next news which is like I said, the pertains to the last segment we're going to talk about. This news is about the Super Mario Bros. Movie making $1 billion in the box office worldwide.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. And not only that, the CEO of Disney right now, Bob Iger, actually said what actually praised the film for its success. That is something I didn't expect Disney to do. You know?
Yeah. Hey, I think, well, how do you think about the movie?
Yeah, the movie. we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about that in the third segment. We're just talking about the news about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's big news. I'm glad.
Yeah, and not only that, I think a past actor who played in the 1993 movie Super Mario Bros. Movie, John Leguizamo, who he's one of the critics who talk about the film like thinking it's gonna suck because there's no inclusivity in it and whatnot, and that also Shigeru Miyamoto said that all the criticisms the film gets might have actually helped to give the film some of its revenue, you know.
Yeah. What do
Yeah.
you, I
Huh?
guess, well, how does this, you think this bodes well for a sequel? Getting this much money in?
Oh, definitely. Because if a lot of people, more people like came to see a movie and goes past like it's way goes past it's what's what I'm looking for it, how much money it costs to make it, then definitely there's gonna be a sequel. The only thing is how are you gonna do it? Like all I'm seeing from people is that maybe the next film is gonna have like Wario or Waluigi in it, and that the Wario is gonna be played by Danny DeVito.
I hope Danny DeVito playing Wario. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and yeah, I think this might be a good segue to our third segment, and at the blockbuster, where we talk about films that pretty much made bank in the box office like this. And this is actually something I want to do for a while now, ever since like the film made it back some like a lot of its money, you know. And yeah, the first thing I'm gonna say is that this film, we're just talking about Super Mario Bros. But Rob, the film as
Yeah.
in general. And why? And the one thing I thought is that it's entertaining and is actually really good animated, and I think that's the reason why that people flock to see this film. What do you think?
I think it was the movie itself. I think was like, a good little fun movie. Um, I think you got like some people out there, um, who didn't think the movie was that good, but I feel like they were just approaching the movie very seriously. Like sometimes you have to recognize the movie for what it is. It's supposed to be a simple movie with some favorite characters, and the plot's very simple. Yeah, and just enjoy it for what it is. And yeah,
Yeah,
I think some people. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I actually do agree. It's that I actually do agree, and the thing is, people just want to be entertained. You don't need this woke kind of stuff to make it like good and stuff, you know. Also, by the by, no, unrelated note, Disney is making a Snow White movie with a Latina actor,
Oh, nice.
and which is really idiotic because in the original story she had black hair, ruby red lips, and this does not go out saying skin as white as snow, which is why she's called Snow White, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like I said, if you want to be woke, fine, whatever, but do it in a way that doesn't look like you're trying way too hard to gain an audience. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Wait, when I want to look up a story.
The Snow White,
Yeah, this happened last year.
the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened last year. When I found out about it, I was like, oh god, this is the dumbest thing I've heard in my entire life. But the thing is, Snow White is getting a Latina actor, I seen people from the comment section on YouTube saying that they didn't really need to do that. And let's be honest, it's Disney. They don't know that much about their audiences. And yet somehow they come back to watch film like pretty piece of crap films like The Lion King. Not the original Lion King, the new Lion King that Disney keeps saying is 100% live action. That why I can't deal with Disney anymore when it comes to this thing.
Um. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but we're getting off topic right now.
Me personally, I mean, I get like Snow White, as you mentioned, is supposed to be a princess, with skin as white as snow. Um. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I wish. I wish we casted people who fit the bill rather than whether they fit like a quota or whatever. But
Yeah, like I said,
my
we're
two
getting off
cents.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, the Super Mario Bros. Movie did great, and not only that, the actors, even though Chris Pratt was one of the main problems people had before coming in, wasn't as distracting as they try to make it out to be. Not only that, there are also good actors in there that need to be talked about, like Charlie Day as Luigi was really good at casting, and like Jeremy John said on his YouTube channel, Mario and Luigi surprisingly have the best chemistry out of the entire film. And not only that, Jack Black as Bowser and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong were fantastically done well. Anything else there, dude?
No, I thought everyone did their jobs really well. Of course, people gush over Jack Black, and he bit of a star. He's the star of the show, but I think he's one of the few people with like real voice acting credit, right? I
Yeah,
could be wrong,
yeah.
but
I think he's the only one I could think of since he did films like Kung Fu Panda and Shark Tales. Those are the only films I could think of he was in.
yeah, he has like actual like whatever actual cred. But yeah,
Yeah. Anyways, and this is the one thing we're trying to get at. As long as you have some a good story, good characters, good actors, and just try to entertain people, then you're gonna have something that works. Just don't pull stuff pretty much pretty much like distracts from the film, or just add stuff that doesn't really need to be added. That's a message I think needs to be put out.
yeah,
And yeah, so final grade for the movie for me, thumbs up.
yeah. Thumbs up for me too. I enjoyed the movie a lot.
And yeah, we are 33 minutes in. And what do you think? Call it a day?
Yeah, we can call it.
Yeah. So yeah, people, thanks for watching. To anyone else, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our content. Hit the bell to get notified. Alright, and as always, stay gold and peace out.
Take care, everybody.